Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Minor League Esports. Welcome to the main channel stream. I am Leechy. Got all dressed up for tonight. I figured I'd treat you guys to a little bit of eye candy. Tonight, for the first time, casting alongside my buddy, the Big Mac Dan. Hey, Big Mac, how's it going?
It's going great. I am currently stunned because of that logo reveal. That was gorgeous.
It was absolutely beautiful. Hawks, you guys got away easy with that logo. I'm a little bit jealous as a Jets player myself. But regardless, we will not be watching the Hawks, at least for this match. Tonight's match starting relatively soon will be between the Puffins and the Foxes for the Premier League. Dan, we're going to get into some stats real quick. The Foxes and the Puffins are both in the Arctic division, sitting in the Blue Conference. The Foxes up at the top of their division, sitting on 34 games won, just above the Puffins in second place with 31 games won. Foxes sitting on a 62% win percentage and Puffins at 56. That said, Foxes, while they are the higher team, they are sitting on a positive 9 goal difference, whereas the Puffins have a positive 27 goal difference. So looking like Puffins might be a slightly stronger attacking team, but Dan will hit you guys with some more specific stats to give you a better picture of what we might be looking at tonight.
Well, yeah, the rosters we have for tonight are definitely going to be the deciders for who's going to be winning in these matches. For the Foxes, we have Moosey and Thunderballs playing. Moosey is one of the best, has one of the highest win rates of the entire Foxes roster. He's sat with 25 games played and 17 wins to 8 losses. He was in this matchup before as well against the Puffins. However, this was last season. He helped the Foxes ascertain a 3-2 victory in the series against the Puffins, and it shows he has this sort of experience with this type of matchup. He has a history of beating the Puffins, and honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing if he'll be able to continue that wave of momentum. On the opposite side, you have the Puffins roster of Cali and Grizzly. Cali and Grizzly have been, they've matched up once as a pairing this season. That was an unfortunate 4-1 loss to the Wolves. However, they're looking to bounce back off of the back of 2 losses in a row, with Cali having history as well against the Foxes this season. He took them on, and in a slight uncharacteristic loss against them in a 3-2 best of 5. Cali sat with a 16-9 win-loss differential. I'm looking to see if Cali, one of the star players currently for the Puffins, an 18 salary starter, I want to see if he can pop off this series and hopefully take the fight to the Foxes.
Speaking of taking the fight to the Foxes, real quick before we start this match, we're going to get into what this means, or what this match could mean in terms of qualifying for playoffs. So the Foxes are 3 games ahead of the Puffins. We believe that Foxes, if they are to come away with the series victory, no matter what the score, they secure a playoff spot. So Foxes have a simple goal: win and you're in. Puffins, however, is a little bit more difficult for them. They need to win they are 3 games behind, so they need to make sure that they get at least 4 games to take the first position in the division. But even if that happens, they will still need to play out the rest of this season to guarantee themselves any kind of a playoff spot. So a very, very tight race here, Dan, at the top of the Arctic division.
Well, yeah, and also in terms of the playoff spots, as we all know, top team in each division makes it automatically to the playoffs, and then it's the top 3 teams in the entire conference after those top 4 go into the playoff scene. And currently, the Knights have overtaken the Puffins into that promotion spot after they beat the Spartans 4-1 yesterday. They now need to win this series to stay ahead of the Knights. Knights are on 33 wins, and the Puffins on 31. And as we look to get into this game, I'm looking forward to seeing if they're able to do that. I've got my money, however, on the Foxes.
Money on the Foxes. Money on the team in orange. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes on the clock for this game 1. Let's get this series underway. As Dan told you before, the Puffins choosing to field Grizzly and Cali in this light shade of blue against Moosey and Thunderballs for the Foxes. in orange. So we get the action started here. Grizzly going to take it along the sidewall. Thunderball's turning into challenge. Kind of stalled 50 in the corner. Callie will take this up. Moosey chasing it. Thunderballs might take over, and does. Moosey gets a sharp turn on the ball. Grizzly cutting this out. Moosey up off of the back wall. This Puffins in this first, about 45 seconds here have done a very good job of pinning the ball in the Foxes' half, but for the first time they get a chance to breathe.
That was a great attempted passing play there by Moosey, playing it across the box towards Thunderballs. Saw him in a slightly more elevated position, and a great touch there from Moosey off the ceiling, able to read it past Callie, but Grizzly able to clean it up in the defense, and now looks to bring the ball forward for himself. Shoots it towards the backboard. Thunderballs going to clear it up. Callie with an attempted shot. Moosey on the goal line to clear it out, and the Foxes looking to recuperate in the midfield.
Moosey, a dribble attempt, but Grizzly will knock him out of contention. Callie will pick this up now. Air dribble all the way down the midfield. Moosey will cut it out again. Thunderballs choosing not to turn. Grizzly, shot opportunity, but was too simple for the Foxes. Moosey will carry this out. Callie immediately getting dunked by Thunder. Has to go at it again. Gets the touch. Is towards goal, but not close enough. Has a follow-up attempt off of the sidewall. Moosey now chasing this out. Grizzly. Self-pass off of the corner, needs someone to follow up, but unfortunately Callie couldn't turn around fast enough, kind of got caught with the ball stuck directly over his head, and that chance goes begging.
Both the Puffins there looking for that bump play, it looked like on offense, trying to set the other one up to shoot, and then both ignoring the ball and allowing the Foxes to recover defensively to control themselves. But it's this type of dribbling play from Grizzly that has just taken the Foxes completely flat-footed at the start of this series. Another attempt there from Callie for a bump. Moosey cleans it up. But you've got to be thinking the Foxes have to try and be able to read these dribbles, stop these dribbles from taking place. Grizzly left with an open net, can't get it on target. And Thunderbolts is going to be able to clean this one all the way down to the midfield line.
Big clears coming out from the sidewall. Moosey into midfield. Thunderballs up for the shot. The ball was a little bit too far ahead of him. Grizzly now will collect this. Passing into Callie. Callie waiting to make the challenge. Flips it over one. Second touch off of the back wall there. Thunderballs will now carry this out. May have actually been Moosey chipping it over him. Ball floating up. Thunderballs missing. Grizzly along the side wall. Moosey takes it up. Grizzly puts it right back in the opposite direction. Thunderball should aim to catch. Does. Well done by him. Out across the mid into the corner. We'll look for a passing play as Moosey sets up in the middle. Gets it out, but Grizzly up very quick enough to stop that chance. A minute 45 left, and it is still 0-0.
It's a very timid offensive game. As I say that, Callie with a double touch takes this one like it is nothing. And a great little counter-attacking play avoids the demo from Moosey. Moosey then turns off for the boost. Thunderballs is out of position. Callie opens the scoring for the Puffins.
Well done to the Puffins player, getting his team started. Had a lot of back and forth there in the early game, and even through the mid game as Moosey makes a goal line stop. Puffins almost looking to make that 2-0. But we continue playing here as Thunderballs knocks it wide. Callie shot on target, barely on target, came off of the crossbar. Grizzly now takes his own attempt. Moosey with a turn that could be on target, sneaks it between the posts. A very fast turn from the Foxes, and it's now 1-1.
It was a great little play there. Thunderballs knew he didn't have to hit it that hard up the field, able to control it in his own half, allows Moosey to rotate behind the ball, bring in the challenge from the final defender, just chip it over him. It's an open net, and 20 seconds after they go behind, the Foxes have equalized.
Callie, air dribble pass to Grizzly. Grizzly will connect, but not quite strong enough, a little bit high. Moosey, open goal, but won't be able to beat Callie. Callie was just ahead with the ball, enough to make that stop. Thunderballs takes it. Grizzly is up in his face, so won't be able to make anything happen there. 2-on-1. Moosey needs to be very careful when he decides to challenge, makes the right call. Turning now up the opposite side of the field. Moosey off the wall, looking for a second touch. Gets it down. Can Thunderballs finish? Moosey is in the way. Probably not saved. Maybe looking for a redirect, but it wasn't good enough. That chance goes begging.
And the Foxes have looked like they have come alive after conceding that goal. Offensively, they are waking up now. An attempt there, and it's going to work out. A great bit of sacrifice play from Grizzly. He plays the ball past Thunderballs, goes for a bump or a demo play, but Moosey supersonic gets the demo bumped into his own net, and Cali's going to be able to clean it up, and the Puffins take a 2-1 lead with 30 seconds remaining.
Dan, you said it yourself, a weird form of sacrifice. I did not expect the Foxes player to be the one standing after that explosion, but I mean, I don't know. Just Rocket League physics for you guys. Grizzly, using physics to his advantage, saves that off the line. Thunderballs, 20 seconds to make something happen. Too high. Thunderballs will finish. 18 seconds left. Foxes are not going down from this game 1 without a fight.
Grizzly launched himself in there. I think he was looking for a bump on Thunderballs. Cali completely misreads the touch off the backboard, leaves Thunderballs with an open net. Lucy was behind him just as a little bit of a sort of a reminder of, hey, if you miss this, I've got you, you know. And Thunderballs like, I've got this, don't worry about it, Chief. And the ball goes into the back of the net. Puffins now looking to try and recuperate, see if they can get any offense going in the last 10 seconds here. I can see this one going to a very early game 1 overtime.
Ball floating in midair. Cali, air dribble. Loses boost, I believe, in the end. Overtime in game 1. Dan, I mean, for the sake of everybody watching, I do hope that this is a sign of things to come if competition is going to be this close throughout this entire series. You know, here's hoping. I know you said you had your money on the Foxes, but hey, I'm just here for some good Rocket League.
I think that's what we're all here for, to be honest. Any Rocket League is good Rocket League, and especially Rocket League of this caliber. Musi now going to try and clear the ball out of his own half. He's able to get a touch, but Grizzly beats it well. Touches it down to Cali, who controls it, tries to flick it over Thunderballs, but a great challenge there. Sends it deep into the Puffins' half. Grizzly tries to pinch it around the corner wall. Musi with a great read. Grizzly now controlling it in his corner, plays it out in towards the midfield. Looks for a bump on Thunderballs, can't get it, and the ball is cleared back into the Puffins' half. Cali reading it well, sends it onto the backboard, shot in front of the net. Thunderballs able to clean it up. No real threat so far in the first 50 seconds of this overtime.
In the corner now for the Puffins, Cali dribbling this out. Slow play. Thunderballs has plenty of time to position himself properly to catch this. Grizzly looking for the bang, but Thunderballs had other plans. Cali getting the demo with his teammate. However, that ball rolled up the ramp, and that chance kind of peters out. So Puffins will have to turn and make something new of it. Thunderballs stops all the way out into midfield. It's a good clear in the end, actually. I thought he wasn't going to have enough speed behind the ball, but ensured that he had enough time to kind of gather his thoughts, turn back, collect boost, and go at it again. Thunder into Cali. Musi up on the corner wall, way out. Can Thunder be up to touch this? He can, but not before Grizzly sends it back the other way. Cali and Musi meeting at the point of contact. Thunder and looking to clear this high. I think it's going to be a little bit high. Yep. Wide. Musi opts not to follow up. And we're coming to 2 minutes. Still no golden goal.
Well, we did have to wait 3 minutes for the first goal in this series. I think we could be waiting a little bit longer for another one. These two teams looking like rocks defensively. It feels like it's a game of 50s. Ball comes in front of the box. Can Thunderballs get there? No, he can't. Cali will get the clear into the corner. Picks up his corner boost, but he gets out, beaten by Musi. Plays the ball in front of the box. No one's there to deal with it until Cali is ball now cleared out of the Puffins corner, and the Foxes are looking to set up in the midfield here.
Demo on Musi from Cali, killing any momentum that attack would have had. Cali out for blood right now with the second demolition, but was not enough pressure. Musi now looking to go it by himself. Grizzly just on the inside of the post. That's dangerous, but luckily for the Puffins, Thunderballs had decided to back out of that challenge. It's still not over, though. Grizzly, all right, may have cut that dangerous play out off of the back wall. Grizzly. Okay, looks to take it himself. Has some room to work with. Cali's waiting in the mid. Gets it over one. Musi, double commit by the Foxes. This is bouncing dangerous. Cali can't put this one on target. Grizzly now off of the corner. Very sustained pressure from the Puffins, but as I say that, it all peters out as the Foxes are finally able to break out of their own half and attempt to make something happen here. It's still 2-2. Hey, Dan, we're past that 3-minute mark. Where's that goal?
I think it is right. Oh, I thought I was about to say it was right there. Cali with a shot. Comes off the bar and he can't put it on target. And the ball's going to come out into the corner. I think it's going to come in exactly 22 seconds. So at 3:57, there will be a goal. I've called it. I've put my money on it. And I think it's going to come for the Foxes.
You're staking your reputation on this. So
I have no reputation.
I'm gonna hold you to this one. Moosey up the sidewall, looking for the pass out to his teammate. A little bit of a mechanical mistake there, and decides to retreat. Thunderball's up to block. Grizzly should be there, and is off the sidewall towards goal, but easy enough for Moosey to stop. Callie, shot opportunity. He's gonna get it past both Fox's players. 4 minutes and 5 seconds. I thought it was never going to end. Maybe not quite that 22 seconds that you called, Dan, but be that as it may, game 1 is going to the Puffins.
22 seconds, 30 seconds, what's the difference? It was a great game either way. Puffins take game 1, and to be fair, they looked the more dominating team. They had possession for the majority of their match. As you can see by the stats, they had complete domination. 18 shots to the Foxes, 7. The only thing they were lacking was any real defensive stability, it feels like. When the Foxes were able to get any offense going for a sustained amount of time, they would find the back of the net. And now, as we approach game 2, I'm looking to see if the Foxes are going to be able to capitalize on the fact that they are so strong defensively. 9 saves between Thunderballs and Moosey. If they can get that defense turning into offense, then I feel like this is their series to take.
It's a possibility. Something I do want to highlight is just, I mean, again, you talked about it yourself. 18 shots for the Puffins, distributed evenly as well. 9 shots each for Grizzly and Callie. And we were saying how unbelievably skilled the Foxes were looking on defense, showing the 9 saves divided between the two players. It could have just been the Puffins being so aggressive on the attacking side of the field, but that the Foxes had no chance, or no choice rather, but to be good on the defense, because they were simply unable to break out of their own half. That said, the 3-2 scoreline would suggest something different. So I don't know. I'm still looking for an even contribution, or even rather an even contest between these two teams, but only time will tell. We have to see as we get game 2 underway.
I feel like this is a game of possession. For the majority of the game, in the early halves, the Puffins had control, but the second the Foxes were able to break out of the Puffins looked to sort of collapse under themselves. Box Callie's going to collect.
Oh, fantastic. Ooh. Dribble past Thunderballs. Apologies, Dan, lost track of you, so I figured I'd cut over rudely. Hey, I need to steal the spotlight a little bit. 1-0, 30 seconds in for the Puffins. Well done to those players. Now this kickoff, we will see which way we are headed. Thunderballs and Callie facing off. Grizzly deciding to pick that one up. Very slow dribble play into the corner. Gets plenty of boost to work with, landing on that 100 boost pad. Callie, can he put this away? He can! It's off of the inside of the post. Right away, Puffins are looking to make a statement with 2 early goals in this series. Fantastic shot. Rocking it just off of that post. Honestly, I thought that was rebounding in. Probably made the defenders think the same thing. As this ball comes off of the side wall. Thunderballs looking to clear this out. Gets a very, very high pop. Moosey up in the air, but Grizzly beats him. Callie. Open goal to shoot at, but can't control the ball, so that's going to go wide. Thunderballs will take a deep sigh of relief as he knows he was a little bit too far exposed. Moosey catching this and gets the demo as well. 2 for 1 on that. Thunderballs. Oh, gets stuck in the post, and Callie will take that opportunity all day, getting that double tap. 3-0 now. Super early, super strong lead for the Puffins.
Absolutely, and it was a great little double touch again. Callie showing exactly why I called him out as one of the best players on the Puffins at the start of this series. He has been the difference maker so far for them. Every goal feels like it's coming off of a play he's creating, or a play that he himself is finishing. And it's great to see him really come out of his shell already with a hat trick in this first half, looking to make it 4. Oh. And he does.
All I could do was hold my breath in shock as he flicked it past one and gets that second tap. Moosey maybe just losing track of the pace of the ball and the angle that his car was facing. Regardless, whatever it wasn't enough to keep that ball out, and that means goal number 4 for the Puffins.
And it's been a dominating start to game 2 here. for the Puffins. It feels like everything they touch is turning to gold on offense, and the Foxes stuck in their own half. They can't get anything going. Moosey there with no boost, not able to get the ball past Cali. Grizzly now with a good 50 across the midfield. Cali just to read it, can't catch up to the ball, and Moosey's going to collect it in his own half. Plays it past Cali, now looks to drag it up the midfield. Controls the ball, keeps it close to his car. Fake pass, plays one in front of the middle. Thunderball shot, saved by Grizzly, and now the defense nowhere to be found, but Grizzly can't get the ball into the midfield in time. Fox's defense rotate back, and we're settling into a pattern here in game 2.
A pattern of Puffins scoring. Oh wow, did I just jinx it? I think I did. Cali is gonna put away goal number 5. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. How can you stop someone who is this on the ball right now? I mean, unbelievable. Cali, well done. 5-0 to the Puffins.
If you're wondering how to stop a man on the ball as Cali is, you might want to ask Moosey and Thunderballs, because they need to. If you do know in Twitch chat, please let us know. We'll try and tell them before the start of game 3. We'll see if we can get a good series out of this. But right now, the Puffins are just tearing the Foxes a new one on offense and on defense. There's nothing that they can do. Grizzly now looking to add one to his collection, plays it high. Cali looks for a double touch, can't get it. And now the Foxes with an open net of sorts. Grizzly still gets back, and there's nothing, it seems, going right for the Foxes here in game 2.
The Foxes must feel like they're literally playing up against a brick wall right now, because that was as open a chance as they've gotten throughout this series so far, and Grizzly just managing to beat that on-rushing attacker back with every last ounce of boost that he had in his car. Unfortunate for them. I know it is only 2 minutes to go in the series. For me, I think at this point it's a back to the drawing board situation, because a 5-0 scoreline. This isn't 3s, it's 2s, so you do get more chances very often, as Thunderballs will take this chance, but blocked up into that top corner. I was ready to call that as a miss, but hey, Thunderballs had a different plan. They do finally get a goal back. You never know, Dan. It's not impossible.
Not impossible, but highly unlikely. A great goal there from Thunderballs. Able to read the fact that he was probably not going to be able to score off of a light touch in front of the net. Reads the clear from the defender, able to bury it in the top corner. And maybe this will be the breaker of the momentum, per se. Moosey now gets it over one, able to dunk Grizzly to get a second. A nice shot comes out from Cali in the chat. He knows that was a very solid goal. Great aerial control. They need to try and re-establish some momentum in this series, because they've been ran ragged for the first 3.5 minutes of this game. And they need to try and get a firm footing for game 3 if they have any hopes of winning it.
You know what a good way to build momentum is doing your best Cali impression, and I think he served us well by flicking 2 players in one, not one fell swoop, but one fell play, we'll call it, as Grizzly tries to put this one on target. Thunderballs, patient, will knock this one away. I will say, it's looking, it's still a goal different, or I'm sorry, a 3-goal difference rather, as Moosey opts to turn on this. Will put as much power on this as he can, but goes too high for that to be any kind of a threat. Thunderball's getting the daylights bumped out of him, allowing Cali to challenge. Dunks Moosey. 2v1. Thunderballs will not be back in time. Goal number 6 for the Puffins. Goal number 6 for Cali. My word.
Cali has shot, I believe it is currently 6 for 8 in this game. 6 for 8. That is insane. Cali has been a one-man wrecking crew for the Puffins this game. And what do you do on defense when you have Cali bearing down on you, almost hitting a ceiling shot? that would have been the cherry on top of the icing on top of the cake. He's had such an amazing game. Honestly, I think he's just going to go for freestyle clips now to finish this one out. What do you do on defense to stop him?
Dan, you do a rain dance, because that's literally, that's all you can do. That's the only thing you can hope to do at this point with somebody whose attacking prowess is as heightened as Cali's right now. Is almost, I half expected him to score that chance. That's how unsurprised I am at this point that he's putting chances into the back of the net. Final 5 seconds in this match. Foxes will be going home. I say that, they get a go-away goal. I'll call that a souvenir goal, because it's a little bit too little, too late. At the end of the day, the Foxes will still be coming away from this game, licking their wounds and trying to come up with a game plan to stay in this series, because the Puffins are, I mean, we've said it time and time again, looking absolutely unbeatable, unstoppable.
And Cali just there, he didn't even go for the kickoff. He knows he's done his bit this game. He's done enough. He can now relax, get his head in check, maybe, just maybe, get even more for the next series. He's on 1,000 points exactly.
Oh,
how do you? The dude is just a madman.
He's a madman. That. Somebody screenshot that. How rare do you have a performance like that and you hit 1,000 points even? What a beauty. What a beauty. Well played, Cali.
It's 1,001 type player. You don't see a player come along like him every day, and now we get to see him in all of his glory here as we head towards Game 3. You know, it's starting to look like, unless the Foxes can turn this around and shut down Cali on those offensive lanes, that it is going to just be a Cali steamroll and a Puffin steamroll. They're one game away from taking the series they need to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. And if they win this, next game, they will then be tied at the time of this going on with the Foxes in overall win-loss records, and would take tied first in their division. So
I would just like to point out, Dan, do you remember who you put your money on for this year? Because I can't remember. Could you remind me?
It's a bit foggy.
Was it the orange team? Was it the team in orange?
It was, and and I was about to say here's why as soon as he takes a shot, but Cali again, now on defense, is still able to keep the Foxes out. There is nothing that seems to be getting past him. Again, plays the ball upfield. Moosey going to control it. Try to bring it out of his own half, but Grizzly's there. Tees it up for himself. Fakes a flick. Gets the flick the second time round. Grizzly's had enough of Cali being the star of the Puffin show and wants to do it himself.
Grizzly's like, look, I'm the one with the Season 11 GC title, not you. And now, that said, Cali's got his troubleshooter on, which he's definitely filling that role. But regardless, Grizzly deciding to take the limelight from Cali a little bit. Fantastic flick. Great control. Putting the Puffins up 1-0, 30 seconds in.
And please remember, if you do see a clip that you enjoy, or a clip that is that makes you go pog in chat, or poggers in chat, depending on your preference, please make sure to clip it with the hashtag Play of the Week, POTW. The winner will get the winner of Play of the Week will get a case of Balls Guarana delivered straight to their door. And in a time like this, Balls Guarana is exactly what the Puffins and the Foxes need to relax with, I feel like, after a stressful game like this.
I tell you what, if I don't have any Balls Guarana on tap, I would definitely take watching Cali as a player as my own kind of energy drink, because my word, he's been on fire this game as he makes a stop here. Thunderballs looks to capitalize. He will put this in. Foxes are able to tie this up. It's 1-1. They're not quite out of it yet. Puffins haven't quite been as scary on the attacking side of things as they were in game 2. So maybe it's a chance for the Foxes to breathe a little bit of life into this game and breathe a little bit of life into their chances as well of coming away from this series with a victory.
Yeah, it was a solid bit of placement there from Thunderballs to put the ball way away from Grizzly so that he couldn't make the save even if he tried. Now the Puffins look to control the ball in the midfield. They play it round the wall. Grizzly's not in the midfield to receive the pass. It's going to be cleared away. Thunderball sends it back into the midfield, and Grizzly puts it high over the net, goes up for the double touch. Hey. He's going to hit it. This is Grizzly's game to pop off, I feel like.
Classy. Look at this. Flicks this up. Knows exactly where this ball is going to land. Moosey too far back in goal to do anything about it. Grizzly, I feel like, could have done that with his eyes closed. Such was the confidence of that finish. Well done to him. 2-1 to the Puffins. They're not out of it yet as Grizzly looks to make it 3-1. Moosey with that crucial goal line stop. Fantastic save. Foxes now with a chance to take this forward. Moosey along the sidewall. Grizzly looking to cut that out. Moosey takes it across the face of the goal. Cali challenging, beating Thunderballs. Is this one on target? Not quite. Moosey will bring that up around the back wall. Cali Looking for that. Was that an air dribble bump attempt I see?
I think so. And then Grizzly with the shot. Both, I believe, Fox's players committed here. Thunderballs went with Moosey to try and get... Oh, no, he got bumped on the way out. My apologies. Cali with a little bump on the way out. Moosey can't recover in net. And the Puffins take a 2-goal lead with nearly half the game gone. It feels like it's just a rinse and repeat of the last 2 games.
Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, members of MLE, are you having fun watching this series? Because I know I am. And the good news is this isn't the game. This isn't the only series that we have tonight. We have 2 more fantastic series coming up for you tonight. The first one is going to be in roughly 30 minutes time as Moosey walks this in based on the demo from his teammate. The first match following this one will be at 9 p.m. Eastern. That will be an Academy League matchup between the Rhinos and the Pirates. And following that one, precisely an hour later at 10 p.m. Eastern, will be another Premier League matchup. This time it is going to be the Blizzard against the Eclipse. Stick around if you guys want to watch some more fantastic Rocket League. Dan, are you excited for any of those matchups?
I'm excited to see the Blizzard. They're on a 10-match win streak. I want to see if they're able to continue that against another team in their division, the Eclipse, who are trying to push for that playoff spot. But right now, we need to focus on this game because this one is far from over. Cali tries to read it off the ceiling, unable to. Thunderbolts going to control it in the midfield. Tries to take a shot, but it's wide, and Grizzly is able to control it. Bring it forward into the midfield. He's got Cali to his left, doesn't go for it. Instead, passes the ball to Moosey before demoing him. It's a unique strategy, but it's one that the Puffins might utilize more often now in this series. As the ball falls into the Foxes' half once again, Cali goes up. He looks for something special. It's just off the crossbar and wide. And the Foxes look to take possession with a minute and a half remaining.
Thunderballs into challenge. Cali will beat him though. Thunderballs backwards. Gets a stop just before being demoed. Grizzly looking to put this on target, but couldn't get the angle. Thunderballs chasing this up the wall. Cali in hot pursuit. Thunderballs just short off the post. Grizzly won't know that though. Stops that into the midfield. Cali has an opportunity to demolish, but hey, Thunderballs will cut that out. By demolish, of course, I meant destroy the opposition with the disgusting, the disgusting flips that he's had. Is that on target? Oh, just wide. Cali cleaning up Moosey off of the backboard. Thunderball's up, but it's over his head, was too high to control. Cali by himself, slowing it down, looking for the changeup. But unfortunately for him, it was just enough time for Moosey to collect his thoughts and get back in position. 40 seconds left. Will the Puffins lead remain, or will the Foxes pull one out?
I feel like the Foxes are going to pull themselves back into this match. I feel like we're going to go to a Game 3 overtime. I say that as Thunderballs gets demoed, and Moosey is left on his backline all alone. He's able to dribble the ball up to the midfield, then pass it off to his teammate Thunderballs. Ball comes off the backboard. Grizzly looks to lead this one out of the Puffins half, back onto offense. The Foxes have 15 seconds remaining. They have to start committing. They have to start getting on offense. A great clear ball from Thunderballs, almost on target. Cali is going to catch it, going to look after it. He's going to dribble it past both players. Thunderballs can't get this anywhere near the Puffins net, but he's going to keep it up as the clock ticks to 0. Catches it on the roof of his car, but it comes off the sidewall. And in a heartbreaking turn of events, the Puffins will take Game 3 and take the series.
Well done to the Puffins. One more time, chat. I need your help. Just poking fun at Dan. One more time. Who is the team that you bet on?
I bet on the Foxes due to their record. However, the Puffins, having taken this series, know that this isn't the end of the gameplay here. We play all 5 games here in MLE. So regardless of the fact that the series is over, the results aren't always as defined. The Foxes could come back into this and take the next 2 games to make. So if the Foxes are to take 2 games off of the Puffins here, they will remain at the end.
I think we're losing Dan a little bit.
I feel like
take over real quick. Puffins now with this 3 games won. This means that they now draw even with the Foxes in terms of their win and loss. They are both identical on 34 wins and 24 losses. So if the Puffins are able to make this a clean, a 4-1 series victory, would even put them ahead of the Foxes in the division standings. But that said, obviously, the team will be trying to make it as strong of a defeat as possible and take a commanding lead in the division over the Foxes. Let's see if they can do it.
Yeah, it's been a great series so far for the Puffins. They have looked almost wholly dominant against the Foxes. However, Musi wins the 50, goes into the Puffins corner, steals Callie's boost, knows that Callie's a bit low, but we're going to play a game of patience here as Musi and Callie go back and forth. The one of them wants to go for it, but Callie's going to rip it away eventually.
Oh my god.
This is quality Premier League gameplay there, the little stall out. Musi comes off the ceiling with a flip, can't get the shot. However, and Grizzly's going to clean it up.
Never have I seen Premier League players moving slower than our dear darling Foundation League players. But hey, we saw that tonight, and even with the high-flying antics, it's good just to see the pace slow down. Grizzly looking to make that goal his own. Musi was back just in time. Heroic save. That would have been a fantastic flick attempt. Or was a good flick attempt, but not a flick goal. Not winding up a goal in the Puffins' favor. This ball just kind of being fought over in the corner. Musi will finally knock this out. Counterattack, tries to chip it over both players. Thunderballs needs to turn, can capitalize on this chance for the first time in, I don't know if it's been all series because my memory doesn't work that far, but for the first time in a long time, the Foxes are ahead.
Yeah, it was off of a double commit in the on the back wall there. Callie, I believe, was jumped over by Grizzly, and it just allowed Musi to play it over both of them, set up Thunderballs for the goal, and a great goal at that, a goal that they needed if they were to try and get any momentum. A great flick from Grizzly, again beats Thunderballs, but Thunderballs demos Callie for his efforts. The ball's going to fall into the Foxes' half, but Musi now controls it, plays it in towards the middle, but it's going to be cleaned up, and the Puffins look to counter-attack here. A great little passing play, and Callie going to bury one to equalize it just a few seconds after they conceded.
Listen, if Callie has any say, and he's in a team that is down, that team will not be down for very long. And he is proving that right here is a quick comeback goal for the Puffins. 1-1. As we said, the Puffins looking to make this as strong of a defeat against, I should say, as strong of a victory as possible against the Foxes. Thunderballs almost putting that on target, had to pull a wicked angle with his car to get that on target in the first place, but was too slow to make a difference. Grizzly now backing up, catches it. Thunderballs dunks it over him. Too slow to react. Thunderballs getting dribbled himself. Callie now will take this along the sidewall. Nice and slow, waiting for his teammate to get there. Flicks! Wow, off of that top bar. Not quite accurate enough. Callie, can he turn fast enough? He can, but won't get this on target. Thunderballs leads it off to Musi to clear. Grizzly now along the side wall, turns it to the back wall, looking for the pass, fakes the pass, I'll call it. Callie will take that all day long, 3 seconds before halftime. What do you know? The Puffins are back in the lead.
It was a great little play there from Grizzly. He looks, I think, for a demo or a bump attempt on Thunderballs, who was on the wall. Musi was out of position in the defense, expecting Thunderballs to get that touch out into the midfield. And it just allowed Callie to have a really nice open net to shoot at. And the Puffins take a lead again. I want to see if they're able to hold on to this one, because they had a problem in game one where they kept losing the lead. It kept going back to an even scoreline before they could eventually put the game to bed. Never mind. Oh. Midway through my sentence. It doesn't matter. Callie's just going to pop off. That's all we know.
Guys, if Callie is on the field, Callie will score. I feel like it's now the third thing that's certain in life. It's death, taxes, and Callie scoring at least once or twice if he's on the pitch. So, well done to him for making a new law in the world of MLE. It's not many people that get that opportunity. So, congrats. Puffins up 3-1.
To think, before this game, he was averaging 1.9 goals a game. Only 1.9.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. That is the stat I am looking at right now. He was mainly a passing player for most of the season, but has decided, you know what, I'm going to show up today. I'm going to show you why I am the best player on this Puffins roster, and he is doing just that. He is absolutely destroying This defense tries to fake out Moosey, can't do it. Moosey now looks to clear the ball down the field. Grizzly rotated back into defense. I want to see if they're able to hold on to this 2-goal lead now. They've got the cushion. Can they keep the Foxes out with 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining?
Grizzly dribbling it, flick attempt, but Moosey is up very fast to cut that out. 1v1. He's up early again, but Callie will take his time predicting where this ball is going to land. Moosey back into the corner. Callie, once again, cutting it out. Grizzly and Thunderballs meet in the middle. That ball is just going to roll in. Guess who gets the credit for the goal, Dan? Guess who it is? It's Callie. I don't know why I'm surprised anymore. 4-1.
That is a dunk and a half, and you can see here Grizzly realizing that it's Callie's goal. He's not going to take that. It's right down the center of the net. Why would you steal that goal? It's very rude if you steal that goal, and he doesn't. And it allows Callie to get his 4th goal in this game. I believe we're up to somewhere close to, or at least into double digits for the series. This has been a series to remember for Callie, and a series possibly to forget for the Foxes.
Callie into the corner now, looking to keep the hurt on this Foxes team. Moosey half flips with the clear. Grizzly getting beaten. Screws up Moosey enough to slow his exit from his own half down, though. Flips it across. Beats one. Grizzly's up. Makes that block. Takes it up the field now for the Puffins. Thunderball's getting beat. Can Grizzly finish? Nope. Moosey was in a better position to make the clear. Thunderballs winning that 50. Moosey jumping up. Thunderballs needs to be quick to this. Gets bumped. Can Callie finish? We know he has the ability to, but unfortunately it's too slow for him. That chance will not be taken advantage of. Final 10 seconds. Moosey going to walk this straight into Callie. He knew that wasn't a 50. He was going to win. Thunderballs sticking on that back wall will let this ball hit the ground. Game 4 to the Puffins, which means this team in the light blue has now officially taken the lead in the Arctic Division. Well done to them. It's not over yet. They have one more game to make the biggest mark on this series that they possibly could be with a 5-0. Foxes obviously are going to do everything that they can to stop that.
Yeah, and it feels like it's just been a game of pure aggressive domination from the Puffins. They have had more shots in every single game by at least double the amount that the Foxes have had. In this game, it's no different. 9 shots for 4 between the two teams, and it feels like everything the Puffins do, the Foxes are having to play reactionary, but they're not able to keep up with just the mechanical ability of Callie, the flicks and the dribbling plays of Grizzly, and the defensiveness as well. They're able to equal the amount of saves that the Foxes had, despite having nearly twice as less. I've forgotten the words here.
Twice as many, my friend.
Well, no, because I'm thinking the opposite way.
Oh, half as many.
Half as many. Thank you.
We got there in the end. It's okay. We got there. Mamma mia. All right. Hey, there's so much scoring is happening. Our brains are melting. So, and it's all this man's fault as he's going to put it in 4 seconds into this game. Puffins are doing their absolute best to make this a 5-0 series victory. Dan, I have to ask you, how often do you think at this point that Grizzly has just put the controller down on the table and just waited for the replay to end because he knew Callie was going to walk it into the back of the goal? It has to be in the double digits at this point.
Yeah, to be fair, I've just stood up and walked away because I was because of that goal. Moosey almost with a read off of Callie's clear. A great attempt there from Moosey, but it's just not gone in. Now Callie looks to play the ball towards the midfield, gets it over one, can't get it past Thunderballs, who gets a really good angle on that clear into the midfield. Grizzly sends it back into the Foxes' half. A little bit of miscommunication. Left the ball open for a 50 from Callie and another good 50 from Thunderballs. Moosey with a great catch, and he's going to drill that one into the floor and into the bottom of the net, and we're tied.
Look at this turn too. I'm not sure if that replay cut it, but if you guys had the luxury of our fly cams that we have here in the casting booth, he was so quick to turn at that ball, knew exactly where it was going to land off of that rebound coming from the ceiling. Very heads-up play from him, and the Foxes able to tie it up.
And to think, coming into this game, that they were sat And we were sat here thinking that the Foxes were the ultimate favourites. They've got the momentum on their side and everything. But something has just clicked today for the Puffins on offense, and it has been a pleasure to watch. Moosey attempts the fake on Grizzly in defense. He's having none of it. Ball goes slamming down into the Foxes' half. A double commit, however, from Grizzly and Cali leads to the ball flying deep into their half. No one's able to collect it until Cali does. Plays it past Moosey. Now looks to dribble this one forward. Tries to go for a flick. Reads Thunderball's touch. Oh, but he can't get the finish as it bounces off the crossbar. 3 minutes 30 remaining. Can the Puffins get another goal?
I'm more surprised that Cali missed, and I'm more surprised here for, I think, no, okay, I'm not going to do that bit again. Hey, Foxes are ahead. It's 2-1. A very good capitalization by Moosey on this whiffed play, I think, from one of the defenders. Thunderball's looking to add his name to the score sheet, but Moosey will claim that as his second goal here. Plenty of time in the series. Foxes could pull one back, and if they do, that would mean that they're once again dead even. I say that. Grizzly tying the series up. I can't even make points anymore. They're scoring too quickly. Help me out, Dan.
Well, it was just a great piece of attacking play there. You send the first man forward after he plays the ball into the midfield, gets the demo onto the defender, and the second player with the remaining Foxes defender out of position and not able to make the clear. It's a simple tap in for Grizzly. He buries it just under the bar. And now the Foxes have got to be thinking, why are they so good on offense? What do we have to do to get some offense going? Because we can score, but we can't stay ahead.
It's a difficult position to be in once you know you're in the Premier League, so obviously you are among the best of the best Rocket League players that reside in minor league esports here. But to be in a situation where you are just absolutely dumbfounded as to what you need to do to turn the tides around in whatever game or series you may be playing in, it's an unenviable position because, again, you're among the best of the best, as Cali will just walk this in, makes it 3-2 now on the stroke of halftime. It's never a spot that you want to be in because you feel like you should be good enough to push through anything. And then you come up against a team where statistically people who are named Big Mac Dan bet on you to win and then are sorely disappointed when you look at the statistics and on paper the team who is disadvantaged comes out and absolutely smashes you without even, I won't say without even trying because obviously there's effort, but without even a second thought. I'll give them that much credit. Cali looking for the demo on Moosey. Cali
here has been, it's an interesting game for Cali because this game, his 5th game of the series, is his 100th game in MLE. Wow. And to think he's capping it off looking for a 5-0 sweep, it would be I mentioned the cherry on top of the icing on top of the cake. This might be it. Cali looks to send the ball forward. Grizzly looks to read it. Can't get it past Thunderballs. Ball comes out into the midfield. Moosey attempts a shot, but Cali sends it to the far side of the pitch. Controlling the ball here. Comes off the ceiling. Thunderballs reads him well, though. Both men off of the ceiling reads. And then Thunderballs with another great read onto Grizzly. Ball's going to dip in front of the net and in. Thunderballs equalises the game with a minute and a half remaining.
3-3. Lucky pinch there, or well, I won't say lucky pinch. It was a calculated
let's not rag on the Foxes too hard.
Yeah.
They're playing brilliantly.
I don't mean to be disrespectful. It's just it's hard. It's difficult to talk about a team that's getting beaten so badly when you have players as Moosey actually. Okay, you know what, Moosey? Fine. I'll shut up about the Puffins for once because that was a fantastic opportunity. A wide open goal per se, but hey, it's never easy to hit those banger shots from that far away, 67 miles an hour as well. Great pace on the ball, knocking that on target. Minute 25 left, and the Foxes are in with a shout to win this game 5.
Yeah, now Grizzly looks to drill this ball towards net. Normally that one goes in, but Thunderballs has stepped up on defense here, able to get the save. And now Moosey tries to run the ball out. He's not able to, but Thunderballs with another great read off the backboard. Now looks to control the ball in his corner. Instead lets Grizzly challenge. Ball comes in front of the box, but Cali's not there for the read. Moosey now trying to drive this ball forward. Looks for a ground pinch. Plays it past Cali. Goes up to try and beat Grizzly again. It comes off the backboard. It's a waterfall, but no water in the bucket. That's my terminology I'm using. Water in
Very
the bucket.
nice.
Sure, we're gonna go with it.
Very nice. I support it. It's okay. We do a lot of puns on my affiliate stream, so it's you made me feel at home with that one. I approve. Thunderballs into the corner. Callie will cut it out. Waiting for Moosey to challenge. He will. Gives Thunderballs room to breathe. Takes it up along the right side. Losing control of the ball, though. Grizzly will pinch or aid a pinch out. Sidewall. Callie turns. Bangs it towards goal. Thunderball should be there to cut it out. Is relatively low stress from him. Grizzly up high. Coming to the final 10 seconds here. This could spell disaster for Foxes if they can't get it out. Luckily enough for them, made just the right amount of movement at the last second to get it past the onrushing Puffins players. Clock hits 0. Can the Puffins keep it out? They cannot. Foxes get that crucial game to put them even on statistics, with the Puffins now an identical win-loss statistic line from the Foxes and the Puffins. I believe that puts them now at 35 and 25 each. So we'll have to go to tiebreaker stats to figure out who's ahead on the division. But regardless, I mean, this division is just so closely fought. Well done to the Foxes, finally being able to pull one out. They dug deep. They did what needed to be done, and they made it work. 4-3, Game 5 going to the Foxes.
Yeah, and it was a great series all around. A lot of great plays from all of the players. Callie and Grizzly on offense were almost untouchable for the entire series. Fox was able to get a win here, though, and it was a good display from them. For the first time in the entire series, the Foxes able to get more shots in than the Puffins during a game, 11-8 respectively, and it was just a solid game from them. And a solid series for the Puffins all round. Callie, the MVP by far.
Absolutely. Hey, well played. Thank you, everybody, very much for watching. I have been Leechy. This has been Big Mac Dan. Thank you for watching that fantastic series between the Puffins and the Foxes. Puffins coming away with a 4-1 series victory. Don't go anywhere. After this one, we have got an Academy League matchup between the Rhinos and the Pirates, and then following that one in roughly an hour's time, it is going to be another Premier League matchup, this time between the Blizzard and the Eclipse. Directly following us, there is going to be the Play of the Week videos coming straight for you, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
JT will take it with tons of control into the offensive end. Gets it past. The dribble is golden. Tie game.
That's it tonight. Grabs the mid boost. Knows he can bait out Thunder. Able to do so. And it's a battle of the powerhouses there on the off.
Try to keep the pressure on. He's in a tough little pickle there as Thunderbug gets this removed. That's a tap in front.
If this is not a Play of the Week nomination, at least by the time I go to check it out.
Beat them twice with that, at least not on this particular occasion. But Vandy, if he's going to be given that opportunity, that's not going to be the last time he goes for that.
Unknown looking to put it over Naturals. Naturals! What a save. The ball is dead at the goal line, and the Ducks clear it out.